guys up there. I'm staying down. We're good. We're good.
All right, Sawyer Brassanini clear up through gate number 1. Using half of his time to get through the blue bonus over here. We're on the Behemoth drivetrain course. All right, 3 minutes remaining for Sawyer Brassanini in this Laser Nut sponsored machine. B&B Racing out of St. George, Utah. Sawyer's got 2 minutes left on the clock, so that leaves him 1 minute for each gate here. Gonna take their time on this one, make sure they can get these bonus points checked in. Gate to go before the finish. All right, still 1 minute remaining for Sawyer Brassanini to work his way out. Clean through gate number 4. Looks like able to curl around that lower cone there and out through the finish here. So Sawyer and Michael Brassanini setting a clean run here for course A1 to kick things off on day 2 of the We Rock East versus West versus Texas, brought to you by the Hobby Shop. All right, right next door, Christian Briski working on A2 in his Pro Modified. right, checking in here with the Pro Modifieds. We've got car number 37, Rockbiter 4x4 out of New Mexico. That is Christian Briski and Ernie Armijo working on the Drive Shaft Specialist of San Antonio A2 course. Had a pretty tricky climb to get up top over here. Ernie's headed down to the bottom, trying to get some rocks placed in here to ease that transition. Just double whammied with the front and rear axle right now. They did come through the bonus over here, just taking the cone, so they'll get 10 points from the bonus. Gonna have to take a reverse here, get some rocks stacked up in there. They're gonna have to figure out a way to get at least one of these tires to climb so that all four aren't trying to climb at the same time. And right back into the same spot. All right, you guys on the watching on live, we're both up on Facebook and YouTube, looks like. We've got Cter Brassanini and Steph Meltzner. Thank you guys for tuning in to watch and support the boys out here. Wish you guys could be here, but they definitely love having you cheer them on at home. And here on site, if you guys want to watch the action at, say, A1 over here that the Unlimiteds are on right now, while watching the Pro Modifieds, you can just pull that up on your phone as well. All right, so make sure to post any comments or questions or anything, and I will do my best to try and answer those throughout the day. Christian getting way sideways over here trying to make this notch climb. They moved way over to the driver's side with the rear tires.
All right, I'm gonna watch this.
See what Plan C comes up with here. Looks like involves Ernie tossing a bunch more rocks in this hole over here. The soil in this part of the country is very silty, sandy. See the dust coming up off of the rocks as they're tossed in there. We used this obstacle last year, and it has become a popular climb after that. This granite is very heavy to pick up and move around. So we'll see if this will allow Christian to make it up, not even through the gate, just to make this obstacle. One of the few in this the area of rocks that we're in that doesn't have a name that I know of. right, looking good so far, making the climb to the top right here of the obstacle. They've got a little bit of a wheel stand out of that left front, back into front wheel drive, trying to settle the car down. This is the original slipper clutch. This is a manual transmission. Unfortunately, they can't control the front and rear with that clutch, but like these new slipper clutches that everybody's going to. And the way that the Jeep wanted to work here was to go kind of curl around that top, but they have lost the ability to get back on this side of gate number 2. And that will be time for Christian Briski. Unfortunately, just couldn't make the transition from the dirt onto the rocks. The holes that have been dug down there have gotten deep. They will get 10 bonus points.
We thought it was going to be. How's it going?
Morning, buddy. All right, up next we got car number 47 in their first We Rock event with this buggy. Out of Colorado Springs, Lauren Cray. Brand new build. Caleb, do you got a copy on that?
Go ahead. Can I get somebody down to see Question. And then as they backed up their left rear tire crossed through the gate again, is that a progression penalty? The only, so they get progression on 3 tires through, they get a core flow penalty on 3 tires through the incorrect gate. 1 or 2 tires to the incorrect gate. So they'd already cleared the gate because there was Go ahead. Okay, so they had cleared.
Ron Lynn just tossing that Pro Modified car up the hill over there, found a bite and shot up to the top. Absolutely insane. Ron Lobb pulling on the spotter strap for everything he was worth. All right, Lauren Cray, car number 47 out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, headed up to work their magic on this dry shaft specialist A2. Beautiful day here in Mason. The breeze picking up. It is going to get up to 80 degrees, so it'll probably be windy coming from a cold, cloudy day yesterday. Lauren running a manual transmission in this Toyota-based Pro Modified. Had to take a little bit of a reverse. Try and get lined up here. Get 3 tires through the bonus. Working hard trying to get this right front tire to curve around the cone on the uphill side on this bonus line. A very tight shelf. Air shocks on the driver's side all the way fully extended. All right, they've got 3 tires through the bonus. Line it up for another bonus line here. This is the standard line for the Unlimiteds. However, it is an extra bonus this season for the Pro Modifieds. Lauren's got his front differential here wadded up in a couple boulders at the bottom, but they are attempting this 10-point bonus. Off the ground, they're coming in from the right-hand side. Even if they do not complete the course, they get to keep their bonus points. So if they can make this climb, this could be a 10-point advantage in their favor. It doesn't matter. They've got to go over here.
Yeah, it's the bonus spot there.
Their bonus is the blue side over here. All right, Trey going to work stacking some rocks here, trying to find anything to help that rear differential up over These rocks are extremely heavy. This pink granite that we get to crawl on has incredible traction, but also very heavy rocks. And still not enough to allow that rear tire to grab, pulling down there just a little bit, see if it's going to be enough to suck underneath. First rock and then stuck right into the next rock with the rear differential. And this is where these guys have to work so hard not having that rear steer to be able to just steer that differential around.
First!
Lauren was getting ready to stack a rock in there to try and help that right rear tire, but Lauren wanted some help over on the driver's side, so it looks like they're gonna bail on trying this bonus over here. And they're gonna come in from the right-hand side of this notch to try and avoid that big hole that got Christian sucked into there. All right, 3 minutes remaining here. We're gonna be headed right my direction. I'm gonna see if I can get out of the way. All right, so with these guys running last here, they have the advantage. They ended up getting into the bonus cone, so they've got 2 cones at this point. So if they can even get 3 tires through gate number 2 dirty, they're going to pick up 2 points there. Meanwhile, Christian Briski is already it sounded like they picked up another cone here. So they've got 3 cones they're working with right now. So if they touch the blue cone, that will be a 40 for them. So a tough break, and this is an incredibly difficult course for the Pro Modified cars for sure. So it looks like in the end, these guys are going to end up with a tie score with the rest of the Pro Modifieds. check back in over here on the A1 course. Had the Melchners working over here. Standard working on the C4 course over here. Brett and Matt Dicki working their way into the bonus line right off the bat. Trolling this Hulsey engineering car right around. Just the front tires, making that look nice and easy. All right, dropping off down to the bottom here, getting lined up for gate number 1. Again, using that slipper clutch, powering up just the front tires. Talked to Lee Hole yesterday a little bit about the prototype slipper clutch from Black Smoke Garage and his vehicle, and he says it's just about as big as of an advantage as having rear steer is in the car. Just being able to smoothly feather traction with the rear tires without disengaging completely. Brett's got this right front tire pulled completely up off the ground as he starts to make contact with the belly of the car. Saturday, less than a week away from our next event in Moab, Utah. All right, Brett's taking the far right line. Give him a better approach here into gate number 2. Again, using that slipper clutch, powering up just those front tires. Got a few rocks that are rolling around up here underneath the front of the car. Down to the bottom, making one more turn, spin around, get lined back up for the 3 bonus. Check in over on the YouTube side, see if there's any comments over there. Boy, Steve, yeah, that was Charlie's rock that rolled down on him last year. All right, and I had Colby. Looked like the scores did not get posted on the internet yesterday, so I had Colby email those over. All right, so followed by 1 point behind with a negative 129, Michael Brassanini. Third place with a 119 is going to be Charlie Melchner and Brett Dicki. So Charlie and Brett sitting in 3rd place tied. 5th place goes to Craig Allen. 6th place to Danny Benner. 7th to Ben Hutcherson. 8th to Brian Mack. So that is a rundown on your unlimited class over in the Pro Trail side. 1st place, Cter Brassanini with a negative 108, sharing that position with Lee and Ashley Hull. 3rd place, 1 point behind with a negative 107, James Dunham and Cam Beasley. Significant gap back to 4th with a negative 30 is going to be Cam Beasley and James Dunham. With a brand new Pro Trail build, 39 points on the positive side, Ron Lind and Ron Lobb. Malachi De Leon was only able to make one gate before the car gave up yesterday. And then Colin Web, we've got his scores. We will get those updated for the day one and give you an idea as to where he's standing as well. But he's currently listed in last place, but that is definitely incorrect. We'll get that updated on the score sheet for you guys. Moving into Pro Modified, Ron Lind with 81 points in first place. Christian Briski second place with 88, and Lauren Cray in third place with 101. Starting things off here for their first run of the day, Michael Brassanini, car number 7 out of St. George, Utah, spotted by Chris Poblano. That is another Laser Nut sponsored machine. Michael, this is your two-time East versus West champion. Looking for his third repeat here in Texas. He's got a little bit of ground to make up, but he is definitely in the right position in order to push these guys into a mistake. So we'll see what happens. Michael Brassanini trying to take home a third championship here at the East versus West. A drivetrain A1 course. Down to the bottom, getting turned around, ready to line up for gate number 1. good so far. Slipped just a little bit. May have to straighten that front end. All right, taking a reverse here. Gonna take a little bit bigger bite with that right front. Keep it locked in there. All right, Michael using those rear shocks to lift up the back of the car. Grab some batteries for the mic pack. No problem. All right, get you guys back in here, sorry. Break for Michael, running low on time, trying to pick up the pace, and just swung too wide. Trying to make up time where they could. And still with 1 minute remaining to drive out the next couple feet here, so really hard to maintain that composure, and unfortunately just swung too wide and hit the one. Well, usually Caleb does it all.
Good. I got some in the truck.
With you guys here real quick. Over on the Facebook side. I am sure, yeah, I can see the mic on here. Need to get an external. Turn us down a little bit. See, the wind is it is very windy today. Danny Benner in the Greg Higgs rental machine, borrowing it from Cam Beasley, the new owner.
Okay, you're on.
All right, check one, check two. Best dressed spotter in rock crawling, Dean Benner. Captain Khakis out front, Danny. Jumping in, helping shift the transfer case on this, what fits the Pro Trail class rules, but trying to maintain those points in the unlimited class. Had some engine trouble in the green unlimited car. Unable to get it put back together. here working up through gate number 1. Gonna work that rear tire back up on the crossover out of the notch there, then back away from the cone. Trying to keep that belly up out of the rocks. He's gonna go hard passenger with those rear tires now. But a great line for Benner Motorsports out of Pennsylvania. Getting a rock stacked in there, trying to buy him some room away from that cone. Chassis got some angled belly bars. He's going to have to work his way across through those. Finally found some traction with those 42-inch tall sticky compound BF Goodrich tires. Meanwhile, right next door, Sawyer Brassanini and Michael Brassanini working on their course. Danny's got 3 minutes remaining. Still working on gate number 2. Just gonna have to take the cone here. Could not get the car situated. Fighting this transfer case in here. Just taking extra time. 1 minute remaining for Danny Benner. All right, plenty of time still here. 30 seconds remaining to get through gate 4. Unfortunately, taking the bonus cone on the standard side. We'll get credit for the bonus, but it will be a wash. And it looks like Danny got out on time, but he collected a lot of cones on his way out, so really struggling with this new car, trying to get that transfer case to shift, and just no seat time in it. And that's a big car. That fits the Pro Trail class rules, and so he does not have much wiggle room in between these cones like a narrower single seat car would. So a great effort there by Team Benner out of Pennsylvania. Not the finish they were looking for, but they did get out the finish gates here on the Behemoth Drivetrain A1 course. All right, we got just a couple more competitors here before we move on into back over to A2.
Well, one ends up down there, one ends up down there. Such a little guard really got it far. Yeah. It was a coat checking contest. Yeah, he won that one. He moved that one 10 feet and that one about 30.
Got Alex Ponce lining up for course C4 out of Mexico. Jimmy Finn in the background, St. Louis, Missouri. We got thumbs up from our judges here on the Behemoth Drivetrain A1 course. Time has started for Craig Allen. Following Nate Reed, headed into the bonus line. All right, Craig's got a good bite with that driver's side front now. Decided it wants to do that just yet. Hear that relief valve squealing in there. Looks like that took care of getting him out of that wedge. Turning these 42-inch tall tires. All right, looking good out of the front end. Almost past the cone. Rear tracking nicely. He's got the front winch sucked in. He's going to have to let that out. There he goes, front winch coming out. 1:30 remaining for Craig Allen as he reverses through the bonus drop, saves a little bit of time here. He is down nice and easy. Craig Allen putting down a clean run there, had a couple of reverses, but otherwise perfect run for those guys. And we've got our last competitor in Unlimited pulling into the start gates here on the Behemoth Drivetrain A1 course. In the Unlimited class, in first place, Sawyer Brassanini. Second place, Michael Brassanini. Tied for third, Charlie Melchner and Brett Dicki. Craig Allen, Danny Benner, Ben Hutcherson, and Brian Malik. And Luke Doggan, a couple of rolls and a break yesterday, drops him down into last place. On the Pro Trail side, Cter Brassanini, Lee Hole, James Dunham, Cam Beasley, Ron Lynn, Malachi, and then I've got to get an update for Colin Web on my score sheet that we have here. But Pro Trails, both Cter Brassanini and Lee Hole tied for first. James Dunham 1 point behind. And then Pro Modified, Ron Lynn, Christian Briski, and Lauren Cray. Is how things shook out yesterday. I'll try and get an update here in just a little bit on the Unlimiteds as they wrap up course A1. Hutcherson lining up for the standard blue line. up top here. Car number 88, the Yellow Machine Lewis Truck and 4x4 out of New Mexico, owned by Skip Scott. Quickly on to gate number 2. We've seen a lot of teams that have taken this bonus be at the 5-minute mark. Right now, Ben working with 7 minutes to get through these next couple of gates. great job working their way through this course. Very long course. Most teams have spent 5 minutes just working through the bonus line over here. Ben's clear through gate number 4 on his way to the finish here on the A1 Behemoth Drivetrain course, and that will wrap things up on A1 for the Unlimiteds as they are halfway through over on course A2. We're going to stick here with the Pro Trail class. Very, very tight scores after yesterday. Motorsports right next door. Mr. Cam Beasley out here working hard.
Hey everybody.
He's got his event coming up very soon. Well, it looks like we have lost the Facebook side. Check over on the YouTube. Looks like YouTube is still working. Tammy says I'm here. All right, we got that back. So I guess it was just my side. For yesterday? Long day yet.
Well, I broke. So I might do it. I rip it all back down.
Oh, you broke again?
Yeah.
What'd you break this time?
Blew the bell in this time. So I broke the short shaft yesterday and then blew the bell apart today.
Ah, bummer.
Yeah, that's a long day left. But
Yeah, I got you.
right. 30 points is a lot to make up.
Yeah.
30 points behind almost. To who?
Just going on the yellow car. I believe.
All right. Got Matt and Brett Dicki working their way on course, headed up into that bonus line to cross the shelf on a huge rock face.
Yeah, that's stuff. You want to harping at that? You'll see.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
My steering.
Bummer, dude.
Perfect course.
It's rock crawling.
Yeah. I'll come up there.
I'll just sit down.
I always loved this place.
Yeah, I'm glad you came, buddy.
Thanks. We'll see you guys next time.
All right. You guys be safe going home.
We're trying, but we're not having too much fun.
Yeah.
Dad wants to stop by a tractor supply and get the fittings and make it work. Hey, actually, you know what? I'll talk to Colby about it when I get down there. But,
You're okay.
I want to try and get on the competitor Facebook page.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he can help you do that. Right on.
Thank you. Sure, guys. Travel.
Thank you. All right. When the sportsman class competitors have lost steering in their rig and are headed home all the way back to California. They've got a pretty good trip ahead of them. All right. Brett Dicki working his way up over to the bonus side of the rear steer gate. All right, Brett looking good up through the bonus. He's through gate 1, got the bonus there, got the bonus on the rear steer. Headed right into gate number 2. A great line from that rear steer bonus into gate 2 makes it a very easy approach. Brett carrying a tire on the backside, gets it settled down, headed over to gate number 3 right now. Dad Matt getting lined up to keep an eye on the uphill cone. Want to come around, take a wide line in here. That 50-degree steering out of these custom Jesse Haynes fabrication axles, making these cars extremely maneuverable.
Sound very good for Julia. I think they had 2 cones.
And just a few minutes ago, we saw little Charlie Melchner come through here. And of all things, something I've never seen before, the car flexed out. The winch line got wrapped into the accelerator pedal, caused the car to lunge forward under throttle and hit the lower cone. So sometimes you just know when it is not your weekend, when you've got something that crazy that happens on your course. But so far, Brett looking to move up in the standings to get on the podium this afternoon, make his way into the shootout. These guys are on their second course right now. They've got 2 more courses to run. And then we will take the top 3 Pro Modified, Pro Trail, and Unlimiteds into one final course. All right, and Brett Dicki putting down a great run here on the Drive Shaft Specialist of San Antonio A2 course. We're checking over here with the Pro Trail teams. We should have Lee Hull on course. Spotted by Ashley, one of your local favorites here from Texas. Extremely sideways. That front axle is straight up and down, rolling this car over into the notch. Ashley that engine is not happy running on its side over here. excited. Thrashing around on his side over here, trying to find some kind of traction to get this thing back on all fours.
Check the weight. It's dripping, but it's not blowing. Okay, go.
Ashley's working on something up in the front of the rig. I can't quite tell what they're working on there. And the source of that popping noise now becoming apparent, definitely getting some oil over into the top end of that engine, back trying to make progress. Burning some of that oil out of the combustion side of the engine, getting it cleared out back on the bonus line over here. Oh, and again, sucking in probably some oil out of the intake. Again, back to the slipper in order to settle that front end. It's all the way up on the side here. Car's going to start to settle down. He's got a good line back out of here. Out of there, and he goes, all right, well, that was great. All right, they're going to try and shortcut across this. It's going to get really twisted up. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to pull this off or not. Last minute decision to turn down the hill here, follow that unlimited line. Abel lining up for the bonus drop here on the Behemoth course. All right, plenty of time left for Lee as he works his way down through the bonus. One more set of gates to go. And Lee and Ashley Hole, after a very eventful start to their course, laid down a great run here, picking up just the one bonus penalty point over here. They hit that bonus cone. It's like we may have to find another cone. It may. All right, we've got Caleb over here remarking. Up next, Cam Beasley out of Virginia, driving Pro Trail car with those Mickey Thompson tires. Yeah, this is the rock down here at the bottom. That's the one that rolled on Charlie Melchner. This used to be a wall across here, and they have destroyed all of that rock over there. All right, Cam Beasley, James Dunham, car number 45 out of Virginia. Headed into the standard line here of the rear steer gate. Josh, thanks for tuning in. Yep, Trendsetters Customs. Jessica Barwell did an amazing job at getting a bunch of help for the event. Makes it run awesomely smooth, so a huge shout out to Jess. Trendsetters Customs. Just a little bit now. And already a very long course and spending a lot of time on the bonus line now, opting for, or on the standard line now, opting for the bonus. Down onto that passenger side, just wedging this car in here. Pushing that front bumper hard. Frustrated now. off the front. He had a great great line here coming out. Can he find that real estate back? Remaining for Cam, just trying to find any way possible through this rear steer line. He's been on both sides already. Now pitching hard over to the passenger side. Left front tire is about 3 feet in the air. Both Lee and Cam have had a terrible time with this bonus gate over here in the Pro Trail class. Taking all the great shots out here. He's got us all the backdrop photos for many, many years. Always at so many events. We appreciate you being out, buddy. So, you been out adventuring yourself much?
Yeah, I just got back from King of the Hammers. That was a really big trip. That was really fun getting to go out there.
All right. Wind. Is that possible here today? Colin Web on course. Tacton Wealth. body panel on this passenger side yesterday. Okay, they're in the cooler over here. Yeah. Thank you. All right, Colin, looking good coming through the able to do it. Now crab walking this Pro Trail car back across the rock face to get lined up for gate number 1. These Pro Trail cars are required to have 2 seats side by side. They're typically about 6 inches wider in the axles as well over your standard single seat competition rig. So standard cone width on Unlimited and Sportsman is all 102 to the narrowest parts. Pro Trail and Pro Mod work with a minimum of 110 inch. And working very smoothly here through the Behemoth Drivetrain A1 course. All right, Colin coming way high with the driver's front and ready to drop in with the passenger front as the right rear climbs. Be able to pinch in here with the rear and allow that to crawl up. Very.
I'm gonna take a backup. Take a backup. First.
All for that.
That was the feel of
Reverse. It will allow that right rear tire up on top of the boulder. Gets the rear situated back into four-wheel drive. All right, sounds like they're going to drop this one forward. They were discussing strategy, but with 3 minutes left, they're going to go ahead and try and pivot this rear around and take the drop. I think that's a great move. Just a few extra seconds here. Maxfield getting a little western over here on the RT Off-Road C2 course. Down here, spilling water out. From that right front. Alright, we'll take a quick peek over here, making his way up the bonus rear steer gate. Does take that right hand cone, got progression on it, but allowed them to move on to gate number 2. Sounded like Craig picked up a cone on the back side over there as well, gate number 2. Talking to Nate yesterday, and he was commenting that he feels that he really struggles here at Coutemsy Rocks, used to the more smooth rocks out to the west. Not sure if that's just part of their communication problems or the car not doing what they expect it to be doing, but again, kind of picking up with the same way things went for him yesterday, putting him in 5th place. You can check out the Juicy Whip live stream if you follow Craig on Facebook. He's live streaming from the car. Craig whipping that car around trying to make up some time. They used a lot getting through that rear steer bonus. Craig saves a roll here in rear-wheel drive only, but they end up picking up another cone here. Sawyer Brassanini upside down over on A3. We will need recovery to A3. That was your leader from yesterday that is now upside down. We've got some points changes happening right now.
Coming back by A3.
They're on their way. Started for our third place competitor in the Pro Trail class. Cam's got some really good experience on what not to do in this particular line, so we'll see if that helps James out. We've seen both Pro Trail competitors on this course so far be on their side in this notch multiple times. James also a local favorite in the Pro Trail class. taking the bonus. James Dunham clearing the difficult course here. That will put the pressure on the leaders. Hutcherson, car number 88, out of New Mexico, working his way. Let's see, we're on gate number 3. Gate number 3 over here on the drive shaft. And Brian Malik broke yesterday. Looks like he broke another axle shaft and has opted to wait until he gets home to repair that. Ben's got that cone right there in his left rear tire, trying to cup around it. Left front dropping down. Judges' hamburgers are ready to pick up if we have someone available. Judges' hamburgers are ready to pick up if we have someone available.
Okay, copy that.
Running back to camp, our judges' lunches are ready. If we have somebody running back to camp to pick up some lunches for the judges, we would appreciate that. Check in with Caleb or Ryan. Alright, I saw a comment over on Facebook, or see if I can get back over there. Yep, they've got Sawyer back righted. Cter and Maverick are checking out the bonus line over here. it just perfectly. It's just so smooth. Cter Brassanini working this pro trail car through here. Thanks to Trail Hero, JM Rigging, Brannick Motorsports, Sand Hollow Off-Road, and Laser Nut. Of course, wants to thank Dad, Buffalo Mountain Builders. started into a rock in the rear, but it actually worked out to pivot. Trying to turn the rear to get a better push, but it ended up just turning that left rear into a big boulder.
reverse rear only.
Reverse, rear only.
Rear only.
All right, we're down to time. We're just getting up. I
Yep.
know. Just relax. We're getting there.
Just take it nice and easy, reverse rear only, okay?
That.
That's
No,
front.
that's front. That's front.
Rear, reverse.
Each car's set up.
Yeah,
actually
differently.
Yep.
Reverse, not forward.
Not forward. Reverse.
Reverse.
Reverse. Don't turn. Are you? There it is. There it is.
Okay?
All right. Now you're there.
Over on the sportsman side. Noah Blackburn. Rick Blackburn. Dicki over there working his way through course A3. The car 24? You just fall off like that, or
decided
Decided to take a nap.
gravity is
How'd Lauren do? Yeah.
Got 3 goals.
Pro Modifieds should be up next. Field over there working our way up a big bonus gate. Colin Web puncturing a right front, went back to camp, swapped on the Super Swamper. Getting ready to start his 3rd course of the day.
That's such a great view too. You know, when you're on these rocks and they're peaceful, you don't see like that where all you're looking at is straight out. Yeah. Like that, you're like, you can't see nothing.
Buggy. About to take on course A2. Up the start gate.
right front still dropping. Once it starts to push down into that dirt, that should help keep it up out of the cone, turning the rear tire towards the cone to help keep that back of the tire off of that low cone. Way towards the very difficult blue line. Finding the bite with the right rear, pushing the car up more and more vertical. Belly just riding on that little fin. He finally finds the bite. Now turning the rear around the left blue cone. Little bit of trying to remember where they're going, making the turnaround to gate 2. Saw some teams get a little western on this, take the cone, left front picking up more and more, twisting that car, see if that left rear stays planted. That extra room for the Pro Trail gates, giving a little bit of extra wiggle room to keep that car planted. I hear a pro modified team on course. down 3 tires.
The car's super twisted up.
But coming down, front's through, now get the rear through. Getting light on that right rear. Turning the front. That's fine.
Hey, you got through the bonus. That's fine.
Hey, I parked it on the side of the hill.
3 progressions for a -6 progression and a -10, -16, plus 40 for a positive 24 score. Over on course in the Pro Trail class. Car starting to unload. James, just a little bit of the throttle settles it right down, and he is through the bonus one. Different approach to the blue bonus.
Hey,
Yep.
Noah Blackburn, I have not seen him wait for a while. I know James Slocum's broke, so.
Right on this course?
Yes.
Noah came through. That was that red Toyota buggy.
Oh, yep. Oh,
And then who else?
that was it. Well, James Slocum, but he broke.
Okay, so then, is that it?
That's it.
All right.
Oh,
Okay,
so they need to get those points back. We're only
Okay.
going once.
okay. Seeing if James's plan is working out, taking a much bigger bite out of this blue bonus line.
times we've been over here all day. Unlimited A1 course. 2 perfect scores today. Sawyer Brassanini and Dicki with a -35.
So that keeps them, what is that, 9? Were they 9 points down?
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look.
11 points down, maybe. That keeps them the same place. Sawyer in first, Brett in second. Tied for third. Michael was.
Craig Allen picked up a -34 on this course.
No, we gotta leave the road. We gotta get off.
You need recovery? And so with Sawyer, the roll over there on course C3, definitely going to move Brett. Started the day in 5th place. Looks like he's maintaining. These rocks are unforgiving. Yeah, we've wheeled here a long time. We come down for the Oklahoma Classic, or Oklahoma, the Lone Star Early Bronco Roundup, usually in April. Of course, since we started competing, we haven't been able to do that, but oh yeah. And then there's another park over there.
Right wall.
Yeah. I've never been over there. I would like to go someday.
Go get a drink.
Copy that. I just had a drink. I could probably use another water, actually. The warmer, the better. Gout. Yeah, I got dehydrated on Tuesday and had a flare up that I couldn't catch. Lead disabled.
I think it's our last car.
Yep. Get here on Monday, and well, it was windy all week, so we didn't even banner things until Friday morning. So it's because it was. Harry's going to get ran over by another rock. All right, Lauren Cray out of Colorado Springs. This is a V6 Toyota powered machine. An axle passenger side, so that'd be a Chevrolet 60. It's like a 14 bolt in the rear.